Kindergartners, you need your math books, pencil eraser, and today you need counters also for your work. Girls, we are doing a lot today. We're going to do the introduction to chapter 3, and we're also going to do lesson 3.1. But I think you guys can handle this. Rides are popular at fairs. What can you tell me about this ride? You can skip this part if you want to, but remember, anytime you can actually talk to someone about something, it's really important for helping your brain figure things out. Now, you could say how many arms there are on this ride. You could say how many cars there are on that ride. You could even try to say how many feet, but I suppose maybe there's somebody on there who doesn't have a foot, or maybe there's an empty seat. All right, next page. Pretty easy up here. You're going to, do you see these are cards with dots? So for number 1, circle the cards that have dots showing 3. That's pretty easy, right? For number 2, circle the cards that have dots showing 5 dots. So there's more than one. Don't just circle 1. You're going to have more than one. For number 3, you're going to take a look here, write how many in each train of cubes. And then after you write how many in each train of cubes, you're going to circle the one that is greater. Whichever one is greater, go ahead to circle it. Down here starts with 0. You're just going to continue. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys can write those numbers. Next page. Now here we're just going to review a few things. We're going to be reviewing some of our vocabulary words. Same number, more, and fewer. So we're just going to be using these words as you look at sets of things. So you could take a look here and you could say, here are 3 birds and here are 1, 2, 3 mice. The bus has more birds than the fire truck has mice, or the fire truck has fewer mice than birds in the bus. You could say there are more animals in the police car and there are fewer animals on the bike. Now for same number, we're going to have to look at something else, right? Because we don't have animals showing the same number, but look at balloons. You could say, oh, there are the same number of balloons as what? Over here, you see these balloons. There are the same number of balloons as which set of animals? Now, boys and girls, for the game, over on this page, you actually don't have the cards that you need to play the game. If you want to cut pieces of paper and make cards to play the games with your parents or other family members at home, the directions are down here and you can do that. So now we're going to get to lesson 3.1, model and count 6, right? Easy peasy. You can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickets. And we're going to represent that now in the 10 frame with counters. So for most kindergartners doing this lesson in the book, 10 frames would probably be a new thing, but they're not for you guys. You guys have seen 10 frames before. You know that we're going to start with red. You know that we're going to set them up across, right? We're not going to start down here. We're not going to skip spaces. We're starting on this side and going over one at a time. And then when we get to the end, we add another one down here. So once you've placed these on, go ahead and pause the video, trace them, and color them. Then turn the page. All right, boys and girls, here, do you see these lovely cars? You're going to put counters on one on each car. Oh, my page is a little bit tilted, so they're sliding on me. And I know you can't see all my cars, but I promise I'm putting a counter on each car here. And then all these cars, they're just waiting to go to the fair. Do you see the rides up there? So you're just going to drive the cars in and park them. And then once you drive the cars in and park them, you're going to trace them. No surprise, right? You know that. Once you've traced them, go ahead and trace the number 6. Remember, we start up here at the dot because we start at the top and go down. All right, next part. This is going to be a little bit more work. Make sure you've got your counters and remember that you have 2 sides of the counters. All All right, guys, on this page, you are going to do something similar to what you've done before with some other numbers, where you're going to show different ways you can make 6 with red and yellow counters. So, of course, when you put your 6 in, you're going to start out with red ones, always starting on this side, working across, and then coming down. And you know one full row of them is 5. So then to get 6, you need one more. So here, you could write down what you see. How many red ones do you have here? And how many yellow ones are here? You know a number that you can write for how many yellow ones are there. Then you're going to change it and have a different number of red ones. So maybe you want to have 3 red ones. You can put 3 here for red and then write how many yellow ones. Then choose a different number of red ones, maybe this many red ones. Write that number here and how many yellow ones. You can see my paper's tilting now and shifting, but you can figure this out. You can keep choosing different numbers of red counters and then show how many yellow ones go with the red ones to make that number 6. On the last page up here, count them up. If it shows 6, then circle the set. So count these blue ones if there are 6. Circle it. Count these green ones if there are 6, circle it, and count the red ones if there are 6, circle it. If there's not 6, don't circle it. So you're going to count them. If you see 6 items, circle it. Down here at the bottom, you're going to draw to show what you know about a set of 6 items. So you can choose the items you're going to draw. We've done this kind of thing before, right? You can draw flowers, stars, cats, smiley faces. You're going to draw a set of 6. Now, it says to tell about your drawing. So if you can find a grown-up or a sibling, a brother or sister in your house you can talk to about it, even though this is something really simple, remember when we actually talk out loud, it helps our brain learn it a little bit better. Partner, all your math for this week. I will see you on Monday with more math.